Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Drop Pod Episode 5. Keaton here, and I'm joined by Joe. Hello, Joe.
Hey guys, how's it going?
We're talking about a couple of things this month. I think we're going to start with our first topic, and it's a returning topic. The lovely Konami, back in the news recently, recently announced that they're going straight mobile, dropping a whole bunch of their bigger titles for the mobile market.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it was kind of, I think it was like kind of expected anyway, but they kind of just made it official by pretty much saying, like, yeah, we're just going to kind of focus on mobile gaming now.
Yeah.
After Metal Gear 5, so.
Yeah, I guess you could say that the writing was on the wall, like with the Kojima thing, which still hasn't been resolved, by the way, for any of you keeping tally.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to be. I mean, when I don't think we're even going to hear anything, anything more on it until maybe a long time after Metal Gear 5 comes out.
Yeah, it's a sad situation, really. I mean, I guess I might be playing a little bit of devil's advocate here, but I can kind of see where Konami's coming from, because a lot of Japanese developers have not necessarily transitioned well into like the ever-growing market of video games. Like back in the day, like the SNES or the Sega days, Japanese game developers were like the upper echelon of game developers,
Yeah.
And then as we've slowly westernized, I guess is the best way to put it, the Western side has become much more dominant. And in Asia, like, mobile market has blown up, so I can kind of see where Konami is coming from, but it's really disappointing that they've canceled Silent Hills in the process,
Yeah.
It's like, come on, Konami, like, these are games we were clamoring for, and,
It is weird as well, though, because it's not like Konami are like a developer who haven't had success, like, making games. They've been making really successful games for years, And I guess recently it's kind of gone a bit shit.
I would say the only thing that Konami really had going for it at this point was Metal Gear.
Yeah. And,
a flailing Silent Hill until PT came out.
Yeah.
They had Pro Evolution?
Winning 11 Pro Evolution Soccer,
and that's about it. Like 3 franchises are. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like Metal Gear sells pretty well. Silent Hill kind of sold well, but declining quality.
Yeah, that was pretty much it, wasn't it?
The soccer stuff or football for
that's always done well.
Yeah. So I mean, I can understand. Like again, I can understand where Konami are coming from.
Oh yeah,
but
they want more money.
Yeah,
it's just get out of the mobile market. It's just the easy way to make money, I guess they think so. Yeah. And I guess that in Japan, that's where they're having like the most success anyway. So yeah, it's just I guess it's kind of good for them. Just shitty for everybody else, really. But what I'm expecting now is that obviously they've still got the licenses for Metal Gear Solid, and they said they're going to continue to keep making Metal Gear Solid games. So you can probably imagine those to go kind of in the same direction like the Silent Hill series has gone in the future.
Yeah, but what worries me though is, at first Konami were like, yeah, we're going to continue the Metal Gear series even without Kojima there. Which A, that's already a red flag. But B, the other red flag is that when they announced that Konami's going mobile, they also said they're looking for ways to implement their franchises like Metal Gear into the mobile market.
Yeah, it's going to be weird. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens after the Phantom Pain comes out. But I honestly don't know what to expect. Like, what is it going to be? Like another kind of like a Metal Gear Solid like mini games on your mobile? Like it's gonna be strange, man. Yeah, I'm more interested to see what happens to Kojima at this point. I just want to see where he goes and what he does, and maybe he's gonna go and work for somebody else. It'll be interesting. But yeah, the fact that PT got pulled, that whole thing was pretty interesting. And then the fact that Silent Hills got cancelled, that's just shit. That is. I never got to play PT because obviously I don't have a PS4 yet, but. I saw clips of it and stuff, but then I started like watching some people like do full playthroughs because I thought I'm probably never going to get to play this.
Yeah,
and it's a real shame, man. I had really high hopes for it and stuff, and I always remember how cool that was when it got unveiled. like nobody knew it was like a Silent Hills game, and then it like I always remember like this. I think this girl on Twitch like discovered it first, and like it started coming out that it was like a peak. Can you imagine like just discovering that, like playing it? Like you'd lose your shit. But it feels sad that it's never going to amount to anything. At least with Hideo Kojima and Del Toro behind it, I guess.
Yeah.
And Norman Reedus as well from Walking Dead, obviously.
Yeah, but I mean, you it would be interesting if like Kojima is quiet right now, but then he suddenly just shows up somewhere and is like, "I'm back, and I've got a new game in tow, and guess who's joining me for the ride?" You know, it's
Loud Mountains, starring Norman Reedus apparently.
But it would be cool if like a big middle finger. Like I'm gonna go off topic here for a second, but like. I think, like, when you look at the way that Kickstarter is, like, going right now, things like Yooka-Laylee and the new Castlevania, you know, these are established developers saying, like, okay, look, the publishers are not giving us this opportunity. Maybe you guys will do it. I mean, I'm not saying that Kojima will go down the same route, but I like to think that we're getting to an age where developers are starting to become... not so restricted by their publishers. Like if a publisher will not back them, somehow they'll figure out another way to do it on their own, you know?
Yeah.
So it would be really cool if like I don't know how Kojima is when it comes to being spiteful, but it would be pretty funny, and I think pretty much everyone would rally around the dude if he was just you know what? I'm back to make another game and I'm gonna pick up right where I left off, you know?
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, and despite all that, I'm still well, you know, obviously Metal Gear 5 has not been affected as far as you know. Like the team is still working on it, and man, I'm just so excited for that. I just want it to come out now. I feel like, you know, obviously with Metal Gear game, you have like so many trailers, but you never really get to find out too much. I think that's what I like about it. You know, it gets announced like years in advance, but like the way it's done is you don't really get to find out much about the story. I've always liked the way Metal Gear games get released and kind of hyped up, and I think there's like another wave of press. They kind of went to play the game recently. They were tweeting and things, and like there's so many cool details about it. I'm trying not to read much about it because obviously I don't like too many. I always like to go into games blind. I know I'm going to get the game now at this point. You know, if I know I'm going to see something or play something, I only need to see like the first trailer, and then I can just like black out. I'm doing the same with Batman, Arkham Knight right now as well. Like I've already seen the first couple of trailers. Yeah, I don't need to see anything else. Like they keep releasing these trailers like every week. Like, I think one came out recently called like "Be a Batman" trailer. I don't want to watch that. I don't care. I'm gonna be the Batman when I buy the game on release. You know, I don't need the hype. But yeah, man, I'm really excited for Phantom Pain, and I guess Kojima says it's gonna be like the last Metal Gear, like every time. But this time it actually looks like
it's gonna be his last one.
It actually looks like it's gonna be. Like, how is this gonna end? I wonder if anything changed. You know, like.
That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about like maybe this was going to be the definitive final installment of Metal Gear, and then Konami is going to be like.
I mean, sorry, I was just going to say like you have to remember he makes every Metal Gear like it's going to be the last anyway. So hopefully it's self-contained. But
I mean, like let's say at the end of this one, it's just like, you know, there was some definitive like end point.
You say like Konami brings back like Solid Snake or something.
But then like, you know, because you hear that it happen to movies all the time. Like, you know, the director does this, but then the studio's like, wait, we can turn this into a franchise if we just tack a new ending at the end, which teases a sequel.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see what happens.
I'll be honest. The only thing I really want to know about Phantom Pain wise, narrative, I guess speaking, is I want to know more about Quiet. Yeah, because you know, I mean, disregarding all the controversy about her costume and everything, it was the way that Kojima has explained like how people are going to actually react to the character. So I'm just like, and I know like if you played a Kojima game, you know that his characters are pretty deep. You know, they're not. I mean, there's fan service there, but there's usually a character attached to that. You know, it's not a piece of meat.
It did say you'll be ashamed of your words. So
yeah, so I mean, you know, I really want to know more about that character.
I really like the Quiet trailer, and I liked what I saw of her in the gameplay videos as well, where she's like sniping from distances and stuff.
Yeah, and the fact that she can like do this like invisible thing or whatever, like she's like, I want to know more.
Yeah,
It's weird that this. I think it's the first time I'm looking at a Metal Gear game, and I'm like, I really don't care about what happened, or I really don't care about the Snake character so much.
yeah, I
want
really
to know
don't
about
care
the
about
supporting
Big Boss
cast.
being actually Grey Fox, you know, all these random fairies that are like everybody
Like
comes
I'm
up
like
with.
seeing so many other characters being introduced into the Metal Gear world, like even with Ground Zeroes,
Yeah,
man, there's just so much I want to know, and
yeah.
Anyway.
It's gonna be crazy. I'm really looking forward to that.
I think we
So,
could talk about Metal Gear all day. We should.
Yeah, we easily could. So,
So I mean, you mentioned Batman. You're excited for Batman. I gotta be honest. I was excited for Batman, especially because it's going back to Rocksteady.
that's right. Yeah, obviously. The Origins wasn't moving, so.
But I gotta be honest, man. When I saw the DLC stuff, I was just like, I'm gonna wait, man. As much as I would like to support the game and the developers, I cannot support this direction that publishers are going with the DLC and
Really?
just the treatment of their customers.
You don't want to cash out up front so you can play as Batgirl? Come on.
Dude, here's the thing, like, the whole Catwoman thing was stupid,
Yeah.
and then they're doing it again with the Arkham Knight.
Yeah, at least I think this time you're not gonna like zigzag between the two. I think I played it like that, but I think you can buy the Catwoman DLC separately, if I remember right, and it like intertwined with the story. I can't even remember at this
Did you
point.
get the Game of the Year edition one with all the text
No,
on
it
the
was
box?
a pre-order bonus, so. But I didn't get a Game of the Year version. I did play when it first came out, but like with this one, it's like, yeah, a lot of people are just going to wait for the Game of the Year edition because they just want all the shit at once. I can't blame them. I can't blame them really.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a weird thing, but I guess that's the way things are these days. But I'd rather wait for it. I'm probably going to get I think I'm just going to get the normal version with no DLC. I don't think I'm going to get the season pass. I don't know.
Oh man. So are you gonna end up doubling down on Arkham Knight?
No, I'll just get the I'll probably get the original version, and then like a year or two later I'll probably get the PC version, the Steam version with like the Game of the Year stuff.
Oh man.
I don't know. But only when it's cheap, but we'll see. I don't know, man.
While we're on the subject too, I gotta say that I'm really disappointed in the way that Warner Brothers has become like this money grubbling like publisher. Like Shadows of Mordor seems apparently a fantastic game, but the PR behind that was just stupid.
Yeah.
And apparently that had some pretty bad DLC too, I think. But the other thing is like freaking Mortal Kombat X. Apparently you can like buy tokens or whatever for the crypts. You can like buy easy fatalities. Like the whole reason that you play Mortal Kombat is to learn the fatalities. Like pulling off a fatality is like it's like a reward for learning the button combos and the spacing and everything, man.
I know, that's crazy to me. Like, they do like one button fatalities and stuff. Like what?
And then the fact that you have to pre-order the game to get Goro. What is that? Does anybody remember Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 when you could play as Goro, Kentaro, Mataro? Come on, man.
Shao Kahn as well.
Shao Kahn is
Yeah.
But yeah, Warner Brothers is kind of becoming a bad publisher, like an EA levels of just getting heat from the consumers.
Games, shit DLC practices. I guess.
Yeah. Let's not even talk about Evolve's DLC. Come on, jeez, man.
Oh yeah. That was,
Here's what I hope. I hope that publishers look at things like Evolve and Titanfall and learn and don't make the same mistakes. You know, and we all come out better for it.
Yep.
All right, so should we move on to the big thing that we're talking about this week or this month?
We can talk about. I mean, we've kind of talked about a bunch of games already, but I guess we could.
Let's put the pessimism aside for optimism, maybe.
yeah, and let's talk about E3. I guess that's coming up. What are the dates on E3 again? It's like
I don't know. It's in June.
Yeah,
that's
it's
all
like
I remember.
always my favorite kind of week of the year.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds a bit sad, but it's like
It's kind of like the gamer Christmas in a way, or the gamer holiday. Like, what are you anticipating? What do you get to play this holiday season?
It's always awesome, just like, especially if you're not doing anything during the day. Obviously, if you got work, it kind of sucks. But if you kind of just chilling out and you just leave it on, it's like literally just like 12 hours of like shit happening.
That's a funny thing. I remember working for an actual place, while the E3 was going on.
Yeah.
And so what I did was I just put up like live updates on the side. I would just check in periodically and be like, oh, so that's what's. Oh, what? I'm gonna have to remember to look at that when I get home.
Yeah. I think I always watch the big press conferences. Then the hardest thing is to decide which like news outlet you want to watch when they're doing like the gameplay demos and stuff. I know GameSpot do it. I don't think I've ever watched IGN. I watch game trailers sometimes, but I think I always stick with GameSpot usually. They usually kind of have a pretty good setup at E3 to just kind of like bring the games in and chat shit and play them. So.
Yeah, it's nice when they freeball it. I like it. I like it better when like they're not just being like, here's the same exact route that we played the last time, or exactly. I like when they deviate. So
yeah, a lot of I kind of noticed that in more recent years. They've had a lot of B-roll stuff. Whereas like it used to be like more like this kind of demos where like they just play like there and then, like on the stage demos with the press. But I feel like it's been going down a little bit less and less each year. So.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I like the open forum thing where they're dude, check this thing out that we can do. We haven't shown this off yet, but check it out for you guys,
Yeah, and then the guy who's doing the interview, he can like say, oh, why don't you just go over here or something, Like, they could have like a bit of fun that way. But yeah, I agree. But man, there's gonna be a bunch of good stuff this year. I think it'll be interesting, especially when now like the consoles are all out and like they're kind of like starting to get in the swing of things, and I guess all the big games hopefully will be announced.
I think the most notable surprise so far about at least things announced for E3 is the fact that Bethesda is going to be doing a presentation this year. Yeah, which I think this is the first time they're ever doing that outside of QuakeCon. I think is where they usually do it. Yeah. So I'm pretty interested. Like, I'm hyped. Like, usually I'm excited for the press conferences. Like, this is how dedicated I am to watching this stuff. Like, the time zones are so bad that I'm getting up at like 5 o'clock in the morning to watch these things live. And I'm barely awake watching these things. But this year I'm pretty excited. I think for Bethesda's I'm most excited for Bethesda's because there are so many potential things they could announce, and to be honest, if they don't, worst case scenario, if they don't announce the things that people are excited for, Bethesda might as well pack it up and just be like, well, we're back to being quiet the entire year, because
it is 100% going to be Fallout 4. It has to be. There's just no way it can't be at this point. If it's not Fallout 4, everyone is going to be disappointed, I feel like.
It's got to be either Fallout, Elder Scrolls, not Elder Scrolls Online, but an Elder Scrolls game, or it's got to be Dishonored 2. It's got to be one of those three.
I mean, you could even announce a couple of those. I can see him announcing Fallout 4 and Dishonored 2. I mean, it will help give bulk to their presentation. I mean, there's got to be a reason to do one, right? I mean, it's got to be something big, so... Fallout 4, that'll be awesome, man. I'm ready for a new Fallout. I really enjoyed the third one. God, it's been so long as well. Jesus. It feels like it was a long time ago when I played that. Like, on the Xbox 360, I didn't even play the PC.
Oh, yeah. I think it came out in, 2008?
Yeah, it was something daft.
Yeah, it's been a long time, man.
Yeah, it was about 2009, 2000. Yeah, about 2009 or 10.
I mean, there was New Vegas. I enjoyed New Vegas
I didn't play that yet. I've still got it. It's in the backlog. I need to get around to it. I don't even know why I've not played it. I will soon.
Yeah. See, the interesting thing is, as much as I like New Vegas, I actually liked the Fallout 3 location much better. I like the DC. What do they call it? DC Wasteland or whatever.
Yeah.
I liked it so much more than than just like the desert setting for New Vegas.
Yeah.
The Capital Wasteland. That's what they called it. The Capital Wasteland.
Of course. Yeah. But yeah, excited for Fallout 4. Kind of looking forward to Dishonored 2. Played the first one. That was okay. I'll be interested to see what they do with Dishonored 2. But
Yeah,
I'm not.
I haven't actually finished Dishonored 1 yet.
Yeah,
We'll get around to that.
I'm not overly hyped about it. Out there, it kind of fits into the same category as BioShock for me. And, although I kind of feel like I prefer Dishonored, so we'll see. I don't know why.
Did you play through Dishonored 1?
Yeah.
Man, I gotta tell you, the reason I haven't finished that game is because I am so set on being like getting every mission perfect.
Super stealthy, yeah.
I think I spent like over an hour on one level just trying to get it perfect. I'm just like, what am I doing with my life here?
Yeah.
I feel like that guy saw me. Reset.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those games where you have to like really. It's like easy to pick up and like get kind of play, but it's kind of hard to master.
Yeah.
If you want to do it like really well, and I guess that's a good thing. But,
yeah. I definitely like that it allows you to play any way you want. Like you can play loud, but that actually affects the way that you go into future levels. You know.
Yeah.
And I like that it's diverse like that, and you can have a different experience depending on the way that you play. You know, I really like that.
Yeah. I like the costume party levels, where you're walking around a costume party. That was good. They're also going to announcing Doom. Well,
yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, do you think we're going to get any more Doom? Like, more than 11 seconds of Doom?
They will. I mean, that's what it counted down to, right? That's what the teasing is for. So I guess there will be more Doom. It goes without saying.
If they count down to another 11-second teaser, I'm going to flip a table, man.
Yeah, I doubt it.
That teaser was... I'm
yeah, I watched it and I was just like, okay. It's just the kind of stuff I just paid no attention to.
Granted, I'm not the biggest Doom fan, so I don't know if I missed the nuance of the 11 seconds, but I'm just like, okay, well, there was a gun, there was a monster, and then there was a logo.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. Well, I guess we'll see more at E3.
It was weird. I guess we can talk about the other presentations. Obviously, there's going to be an Ubisoft one. New Assassin's Creed. Syndicate, I guess.
Yeah, another year, another Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I'm just so. If anyone knows, I don't know if I've ever spoke about it, but I've got no interest in the Assassin's Creed series. I don't buy and play any. I thought Black Flag looked good. I thought that looked like the best I'd seen, including the latest one, Unity. What it's called? But I didn't even play that. And Syndicate looks okay, but it's just the same shit. I'm just not interested. I'm just not interested. I just don't care about the story. I've played the games before, so I feel like I've played every one. That might be a bit like a shit way to look at it, but I just don't. It just doesn't interest me. It just doesn't offer me anything new. I just, it looks nice. The Syndicate one does. It's like in London. But I just don't. I think it doesn't help that I'm not a big fan of kind of like, how do I word this, like olden day settings. I'm not a big fan of that. I don't know. I'm more of a sci-fi guy, I'm more of like a futuristic kind of person. But I'm not looking forward to that. They're probably going to do more. What if going to show more Division?
I don't know, man. That thing has been delayed so many times. I feel like at this point is going Last Guardian route because we haven't seen anything. We haven't really heard anything other than the Division got pushed back. That's pretty much like the most we hear about it these days.
I still think it's coming. I think it's kind of going a bit like Watch Dogs there. Can you remember when that got announced? Everyone was like really hyped for it.
Don't even remind me about Watch Dogs.
Yeah,
I remember
now.
every time I saw Watch Dogs at E3, I was just like, give me now. And then I see it come on and, oh my God,
Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying. The hype just feels like it's dying down for this as well now, But we'll see, I guess.
The problem is that Ubisoft is always just like, hey, look at this awesome looking thing that we have. And then it comes down and it's like, sorry, either it doesn't look like that or it's completely broken.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, come on, man.
I never even played Watch Dogs. I was so hyped for it. I never even played it.
It did not look anything like the teasers and the examples that they showed off at press conferences and stuff.
I remember actually I pre-ordered it on the day it got announced. Literally the day it got announced on the Xbox, right? Then I got like a beast PC, so eventually 2 years later, like a few months before it got released, I cancelled it. I was like, whatever. Whatever. There's gonna be maybe more Rainbow Six Siege, I guess, even though there's been like an alpha now, right?
Yeah.
I didn't play it, but I watched it, and looks kind of interesting. I'm kind of hoping it doesn't go the route of Evolve though, like everyone plays the alpha or the beta and just thinks that's okay. I'm not gonna buy it.
Yeah. I don't know though. I think Rainbow Six is a lot more solid in terms of like a multiplayer experience, kind of like a CS:GO kind of thing. I think people will gravitate towards that more than.
I'd say so.
I don't know. Fingers crossed, at least.
Like tactical side of gameplay.
Yeah.
But maybe we should talk about like Sony and Microsoft and all those fun people. I don't even know what to expect.
Nintendo's already not going to do a conference because they only do their Nintendo Directs, but they've they've already stated that the next Nintendo console will not be there.
Yeah.
The NX or whatever, nothing about it will be discussed.
Yeah. It's probably just going to be, maybe we'll see more stuff that they have kind of mentioned before. Who knows?
Yeah.
I guess it's not doing a conference or anything like that. They're just going to, little details are probably just like surface over the week. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's where their Nintendo Directs are, though. Those are like, their press conferences. So I am expecting some new titles to be revealed, probably like a new Mario or Zelda or something. I guess in terms of Microsoft, I'm interested to see just how deep they're going to go with the whole Windows 10, Xbox One merging kind of thing.
I think you might not even see much of that. I think they've kind of learned a lesson now. They're just going to try and focus on the games. I wonder if they will.
That's what I mean. Like the whole Windows 10 being able to play Xbox One's games or whatever. I'm interested to see if that's going to be something they sell, because that I think is something that will definitely trump Sony, because Sony doesn't have that kind of. Yeah, but that's the thing. I don't know how deep that goes. Is it like a streaming service, or is it an actual legitimate, like I can install some kind of PC version or something?
Because you must have to own an Xbox, right?
Like if you have to tie your account to like a Windows account or something, and then you get to play a PC equivalent or something.
Yeah,
that would be pretty awesome.
I don't know. It's just going to work. But they're going to probably do more Halo 5 stuff, which I'm not really interested in.
I don't know. In terms of Halo, though, I think this is the first time I'm sort of intrigued by the Halo story, because did you see the teasers? Came out. So
you've got Lock-in. He's like the other Spartan dude.
So we have the teasers at least suggest that there's going to be two different stories going on. Like Locke's story and Master Chief's story. So I'm interested to see if like maybe you play the game through two different perspectives, or like I'm interested in the narrative for once in Halo. Like
that's true.
Halo, like I don't think Halo. Well, I shouldn't say that, but I think the casual approach to Halo has always been like Halo's story doesn't really matter, to the casual player. So I think this is the first time that it looks like 343 are really putting the story first, so.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what happens to Master Chief. I kind of do follow the story.
Here's the thing, since we're talking about E3, this would be the perfect time to start the I Love Bees 2 thing, because I'm pretty sure I Love Bees 1 started at E3. So for
they are. They're kind of doing it a little bit, man.
But it's not been as deep and crazy as I Love Bees. I just want another I Love Bees, man.
Yeah.
We haven't had an ARG like that since what, Dark Knight? Oh man.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've had like a good alternate reality game. Did you even call them that anymore? I feel like that's like a term from like way back in the day.
I think nowadays they just call it viral marketing.
Yeah, that's true. That's
which is sad.
Yeah. But so this is going to be probably Halo 5. Maybe, Tomb Raider's exclusive, so we'll probably see that. Maybe more than that. Yeah, whatever. I'm sure. Actually, I enjoyed the reboot. I've got to say, I did like the game a little bit.
Yeah, the reboot was great, but I just don't know, where do you go from here? Like, you beat up Lara Croft so much. What is it going to be like, more just beating up Lara Croft in the next game?
Yeah, I'd say it's more exploration style, man. Yeah. I want more puzzles and more exploration.
Yeah.
Maybe some people don't. Maybe people...
I want to find treasures, not shoot people in the face.
Yeah, I want to be a bit less linear and stuff. I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, new Gears of War, maybe? Well,
it's a reboot, is it? Or it's like a remake?
Yeah, they're doing a remake, so maybe they'll just focus on that for now. And maybe the new Gears of War. There's going to be a new Gears of War. Is it by Black Tusk or something? Am I thinking
I think so. I think so.
Yeah, so I don't know if we'll see that. And probably a bunch of other shit. Quantum Break, maybe. I'm not even interested in that.
Oh god, Quantum Break. How's that even going to keep going? Because didn't they discard their media division, or that whole like TV division?
Yeah, I don't even know what's happening with that. Who knows? But yeah, and then obviously there might be a few surprises and stuff with Microsoft. But then you've got Sony's side. I guess you're gonna have what, Uncharted 4 again? I guess.
Yeah,
Maybe.
probably. I'm interested to see if they're gonna, because I only read the a title for the article, but apparently Bloodborne is getting an expansion, so it'd be interesting to see if they have any sort of Bloodborne content.
Yeah, maybe a trailer for that or something. Yeah. And I'm not sure what else there is going to be for Sony. I mean, isn't there a new like Ratchet and Clank maybe?
Not sure. It would be great, but I don't know how that would really work, because I know that Insomniac just did Sunset Overdrive for Xbox, so I'm not sure if they have enough time or staff to split, but it would be good. I love the Ratchet and Clank series. It would be nice to have a new one.
Yeah, maybe they're going to do one to coincide with. Isn't there a movie coming out?
I think that's been a rumor for a while, isn't it? I don't know.
Oh, it's not a rumor. I think there's actually posters and stuff. So.
Wow. Yeah,
I think it is legit coming. So we'll see what Sony do, but I'm sure there'll be a lot of surprises at Sony's other than the big games that you're expecting. But it's also going to be an EA conference like there is every year. I guess we're going to get the new Need for Speed. The trailer came out recently. The new trailer. I've got to say, I wasn't really impressed with the trailer. Like, it was literally like, I know it's a teaser trailer. It was like 30 seconds. Just cars racing through the streets, and then some like random hood kids like filming them on like GoPros or something. Like, whoa, bro. I don't know. I wanted the Need for Speed Underground, but I guess it's just called Need for Speed, and it's like a complete like reboot.
Yeah, they've rebooted that series so many times with different.
It's just lost its sheen to me. I used to play like the old school Need for Speed on the PlayStation 1 when it first came out.
Yeah.
Like Need for Speed 1, 2, obviously 3 and stuff. But then they had like Need for Speed Road Challenge. Then they released Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed. I used to like that one too. That was a great game. And I think people are getting tired of the open world races, to be honest with you. I don't know. I'm kind of under the impression that more people want kind of like tracks and kind of want to move away from this open world type racer. I don't know. I guess some people think that the only good ones that did it like Horizon, Burnout, Paradise. But I'll be interested to see what comes in the new Need for Speed. I don't really buy racing games though. I don't really play them by myself. I don't know why.
What if the new Need for Speed takes a whole bunch of cues from Fast and Furious?
Yeah. That'll be interesting, wouldn't it? That just goes complete like over the top.
Like you gotta drag it safe.
Didn't they try to do that though? Didn't they have like what, Need for Speed the ride? What was it? I can't remember what it was called. That shitty game where you could get out your car and stuff like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So there's gonna be a new Need for Speed. I guess they'll do more Star Wars Battlefront stuff. Yeah, I'm hoping for a Mass Effect reveal. Come on, full reveal, new Mass Effect. Give it to me. I'm a big Mass Effect fan. If anybody who doesn't know. I really enjoyed the first 3 games, so I'm really excited for the next one. So excited, man! I can't wait for it. I could do a whole thing talking about Mass Effect, so I'm not going to get started. But it would be nice to see it finally, like officially, like the actual game and not concept art and whatnot.
Yeah. So
yeah, I'm excited for that. Hoping for a full reveal.
You think we're going to get another Battlefield?
Yeah, I don't think I'll show it this time. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah. Oh, one more thing.
Battlefield, yeah. But maybe more Mirror's Edge too. That would be nice, I guess.
Don't get my hopes up, man.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to new Mirror's Edge. I like the first one.
I think the whole world is looking forward to more Mirror's Edge, except EA and DICE.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just mostly EA.
But yeah, a lot of good games, and they're just like the ones we can see from those guys giving the conferences. There's a bunch more. Like maybe we'll see more Deus Ex. What is it? Mankind Divided? Is that what it's
Something
called?
like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go into the next Deus Ex very not as excited because I don't know, as much as I want it. Yeah, as much as I want to believe that it's gonna continue some of the great stuff that Human Revolution did.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's Square Enix, and Square as well has become sort of questionable, like the way they perceive the success of games.
Yeah, I've got pretty high hopes for it, just because of what they've said about it. Like it sounds like they pretty much It sounds like they're pretty much making Revolution, but like fixing the things that people didn't like about the first one, like boss battles and shit like that. So I'm super excited, man. I'm a big Deus Ex fan as well. If you didn't know, another sci-fi series set in the futures. But I love anything like that. I've always been a big fan of Deus Ex. Fun fact, actually, the first time I played Deus Ex, I wasn't even on the PC. I played the PlayStation 2 version.
Oh.
I never used to be a big PC gamer back in the day. I played Roller Coaster Tycoon and Sims, and that was it. But
many PC elitists just went, what? And
I was back there, man. At least I played it. It was awesome. Nothing like the PC. It was a little bit like the PC version.
You console peasant.
Yeah, I did the
Get out of
same
here.
with Half-Life. That was on the PS2 as well.
What?
What? Tony, I didn't even play PC.
You're killing our PC elitist fan base, Joe.
I don't care. Fuck those guys. I played them afterwards. But it was really interesting playing the console versions. Yeah. But and then I played oh my god, Deus Ex Invisible War on the Xbox, the original Xbox. Yeah, that was
the one that a lot of people try to forget, I think.
Yeah, well, my game kept crashing on me. Probably a blessing in disguise.
Oh wow, crashing on the Xbox, that can't be good.
I think I've got it in my backlog on Steam. I don't even know anymore, but I should probably replay that one. Maybe, we'll see. But I'm looking forward to Deus Ex. There'll probably be more Just Cause stuff.
Yeah, you know what? I'm sounding so pessimistic this episode, but you know what? I was more excited for Just Cause 3 before they announced no multiplayer. Not gonna have multiplayer.
Yeah, right? That's weird. No, they're not gonna do multiplayer. You think they kind of get the guys who made the mod for the second one and
or just implement it from the start, you know?
Yeah,
that's the whole reason Just Cause 2 is popular, or had a popular spike.
Unless they are actually getting the guys who made the second one and doing it off to the side. I wonder if they do that. I can't see it.
Well, I mean, they already said no multiplayer from the start, so if it comes in DLC, then, it comes in a DLC, but I don't know if you can just, shove a multiplayer component into the game, I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's why I bought the PC version, because of the multiplayer mods.
Yeah, same here. I played it on the 360, and I remember having so much fun with the demo. I was just I'll play it. And all they did was screw around in the open world, and then when the multiplayer was announced, I was just oh, gonna buy it on the PC now, and
screw around in the open world with more people, pretty much.
Yeah.
And there'll be Black Ops 3 gameplay, I guess, a little walkthrough.
It's interesting, the Call of Duty franchise is taking an interesting turn. They're getting away from traditional, soldier games. Like humanoid soldiers, and going for more advanced warfare, advanced technology.
It's funny how it
sort
kind
of
game. Advances every time, literally. How do we top the last guy, the last people who released a futuristic COD game? The next one's going to take place on planets and stuff. It's getting that crazy.
Can you imagine if Shrek were just okay, next time we're going back to World War II?
Well, yeah, I think some people actually want that. I think some people would like it, because there hasn't been a good World War II shooter on the current gen. So,
well, to be frank, the reason that we don't have any more World War II shooters anymore is because there were so many in the past.
Yeah, but now it's going the other way. Now it's everything's a modern day shooter. It's you can't win. I actually don't mind the futuristic stuff. I'm just wondering how far they can actually go with it. I did play a bunch of Call of Duty back in the day, but I did buy Titanfall, and like I said, that's where my fix has gone, which is an awesome game, by the way.
Yeah,
better than any Call of Duty game I've played recently. So
snap.
Yeah, easily. It's great. It's so much better. I don't know. I kind of feel like Call of Duty is going in that direction now. Jetpacks and exosuits and God knows what. And so I'm just going to wait for Titanfall 2, I think. But yeah, other than that, can we talk about the new Tony Hawk's game? What?
Yeah, I'm going to reserve judgment on that.
Yeah, I'm the same. It kind of it's not even being fully released. Is it just going straight to the arcade? I think. Well,
I think they said it was going to be a full release.
Oh, really?
I could be wrong about that, but yeah,
full price and everything. Oh yeah, I think they did say that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's going to go back to true to form. I would say that as much as I enjoy the old school Tony Hawk, with the objective thing, I don't like that I can't get off the board, because after I do the objectives, I would love to just go back into the world, try to set up a nice, spot, and go for it. That's what I liked about the skate games. Like, the skate games to me were superior in the way that you could get to a point, set up a nice spot, and then go back in with a video editor and get a nice angle. And
that's true. Skate Series is really good. I think the thing is though, they said you're going back to basics, but then I swear I read something where it said you'll be able to like shoot projectiles. I'm like,
yeah, you got to throw like dodgeballs or something.
What?
So yeah, they're quote unquote back to basics, but a little bit of the more less than stellar additions that they made in like Tony Hawk Underground 2 or whatever.
I find it funny that they call it like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5, like getting a number on the end, just to kind of like show that it's legit like a full-on sequel to the classics. But yeah, we'll see. I'm not overly hyped. But to be honest with you, that's about all I can think of off the top of my head. I'm not sure what else I'd like to see. Obviously, Shenmue 3 would be nice. But,
The Last Guardian.
Yeah, I think Shenmue 3 is below The Last Guardian at this point.
Yeah.
Well, it's always been below that, to be honest with you. But yeah, we'll see. I guess maybe Resident Evil 7, maybe.
I don't know, after Resident Evil 6, how excited can you get for Resident Evil at this point?
I'm not even excited these days. It's kind of one of those things where if it's announced, they'll be like, all right, let's check it out. Let's see just how bad it is compared to number 6, I guess. But we can still have high hopes, I guess.
Yeah, I think this year in particular, I'm trying to go in with low expectations so that I will be excited. And I'm also trying not to spoil myself for like things that I read on the internet, like, oh, this so and so leaked, or something's going to probably be at E3. I'm like, I don't want to see that. I want to be surprised.
I'd rather be surprised as well. It's like, I'm not so much in the lead up. Like, say if it's like a week or two in advance, I probably will read the rumors. But if it's like a day before, and like people, like news stars are breaking about things leaking, I won't even check it out. Like, I'll just wait.
Yeah.
But yeah, it should be good. One of my favorite times of the year. It's like eat junk food and watch games all day. So it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. It's always summer as well. I think that's what makes it stand out. Like, it's always like hot outside from what I can remember. Like, it's never like raining. Like,
I don't want the sun beaming on me. I just spend my day watching.
It's like summer arrives and then you're just like indoors watching games all day. But that's what it kind of feels like. I always know it's summer when E3's on. It's like that's like indicated to me like summer is beginning. So
beach bodies, screw that. Gamer bodies.
Just close the curtains to stop the glare coming in. So I can watch games. But
so I guess maybe next month we'll talk about some of the E3 things.
Yeah, I guess we'll be talking about post E3. So
yeah,
that should be interesting.
I guess before we wrap it up, we'll extend these questions to the lovely listeners out there. What are you guys excited for E3? Your best E3 memories, like, were you there for when like Legend of Zelda was announced and the whole crowd went wild? I don't know. Maybe you were excited for Watch Dogs and just you were solely disappointed afterwards. I don't know. Whatever.
Maybe you played important PC games on the PlayStation first.
Where are my console peasants at?
God damn.
But anyway, I guess that'll do it for the Drop Pod episode 5. We'll be back next month with another episode, more video game topics to talk about. So, stay tuned for more. Thank you, Joe, for joining me.
Yep.
And I guess we'll see you guys next month.
Yeah, see you later, guys.
Bye.